Well, folks, welcome to yet another stream from WorldFlight 2022. We are in Bucaramanga, Colombia, Sierra Kilo Bravo Golf. Pretty small airport, pretty busy, as you can see, especially with these large aircrafts. But a beautiful view on the valley. Pretty challenging airport. Looks like an aircraft carrier. Sits on a plateau. But the previous crew, Captain Romeo and team, did a fantastic job coming in. So we are in the middle of boarding, and we're gonna be on our way soon. So let me see if I can get our departure clearance. We'll get going. In the meantime, sit back, relax, enjoy the flight. And ground JeeHell 44. Bucaramanga ground JeeHell would like to pick up our IFR clearance to Quito. And we have Bravo. Copy.
Ready, copy, Tomjet 443. Okay, clear to Quito, runway 35, initial is 10,000 feet, and to the advise, we're on the Echo Juliet Alpha 2 Foxtrot departure and squawk 2667 Tomjet 443.
Ryanair 5 Tango Hotel ready for taxi. Ryanair 5 Tango Hotel. Holding point for 3-5 down Alpha and 1 at point Ryanair 5 Tango Hotel.
Barranquilla ground, good day, airport 521, information Charlie, West IFR to Quito.
Go ahead for JeeHell 44. We're clear to Quito, taking off runway 35, initial altitude 1010,000 via the Barranca Bermeja 2 Foxtrot departure, squawk 2601 JeeHell 44. And we'll report ready for pushback in runway 35 for JeeHell 44.
Station calling for your pushback, please your closing.
We were requesting IFR, Aeroflot 521.
Alright, we got our clearance 260 in the box.
Good evening, good morning, Bucaramanga ground,
Start
Cargo
the
189
APU.
video information, Charlie board requesting IFR clearance to Quito. Cargo looks 18 Mike video information, Charlie requesting IFR clearance to Quito.
Alright, British Airways is gonna ingest us into one of their engines, but we'll give them a break. You can probably park a total of 2 or 3 of those here, that's it, and there's 20 aircraft, so bear with us. Alright, flaps open and increasing for the APU, got EGT, and it's staying within limit. It's all good.
Hi, good evening, ma'am. How are you? I'm doing good. I know.
Roger, 102 ready for push and start. morning.
Chance mobile program request startup. Roger.
Cargo looks 1 at Mike, go ahead.
Alright, we got the APU running. We're gonna wait a few minutes before starting the APU bleed, but we can disconnect the external power. Keep the ground through the hand signal so I can disconnect us. Everything here looks good. It's 20 degrees outside, so we'll keep the air conditioning comfy in the back. What are we showing right now? Hold on, condition, here it is. 20 degrees. Alright.
Kindly make sure that your hand baggage is stowed safely and does not block an aisle or emergency exit. Laptops must be switched off and stowed in your hand baggage. You may keep devices such as mobile phones.
Alright, push back at discretion.
Please make certain that your electronic devices with transmission functions are either switched to flight mode or switched off completely.
Alright, we're going to start moving.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
Just in time. Welcome aboard, Crafty.
Locking gear. Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes.
Parking brake release, ready to push.
All engines clear. Start at will.
Chance mobile program request taxi.
And electrical's all set, I shouldn't
Yes.
touch anything.
Alright.
Taxi 235.
You can
You want me to skip the
start number 2.
Okay. Do you want me to skip the fire test?
Yeah. We're beyond. Beyond that.
Engine 2 started.
Alright. Monitoring. Start the clock just to be on the safe side.
In the unlikely event of a loss in cabin pressure, oxygen mask will automatically drop on the panel above you. Pull the mouse down fully to start the flow of oxygen.
Alright, with fuel flow, AGT rising.
Then help any children and people who require assistance.
Alright, some action in front of us. Parking brake set? Yes, it is nice to do a flight, even if it's pretty early for us here. Local time. Thank you.
Please take particular note of the location of the emergency exits. They are marked accordingly and illuminated strips on the floor will guide you through these exits. Remember that the nearest exit may be located behind you. In the event of an evacuation, please leave all your personal belongings on board. This flight is a non-smoking flight. In preparation for takeoff now, please make sure that your seat belt is upright, your table is out of the way, and your window shade is raised. Thank you.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Ground Airbus 001.
Are they on your side? Do you see them? Not yet? Okay, I see the tow. Alright, we have 2 good starts, so we can do the afterflow. Alright, he's on my side.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Alright, we'll see you next time. Alright, so today we're gonna do a flaps 3 takeoff due to the short runway. So we can set flaps 3.
Flaps 3.
And it's gonna be a full toga, so no flex.
What about the... Oh,
We're gonna do a down 0.3 on the trim wheel.
is that good?
Yeah. Looks good. And in the interest of time, let's put auto brake max already.
Ready to taxi.
And do you want me
Auto brake
to
max.
turn the AP bleed off?
Yes, we can get that off.
Stand by, November 3039.
And
yeah, yep, that's all good. Alright, so we'll catch up with our checklist now. After start checklist, please.
Anti-ice?
Off.
ECAM status?
Normal, no recall.
Pitch trim?
Pitch trim is 0.3 down set.
Rudder trim?
0. After start checklist completed. It's gonna be a busy taxi, so let me do the flight control real quick. Full left, neutral, full right, neutral, full down, full up. Rudder, full right, neutral, full left, neutral. Okay. So yeah, it's gonna be a flaps 3 takeoff toe gap, but it's standard. Let's do the before takeoff checklist, please.
Light controls?
Checked.
Light instruments?
Checked.
Briefing?
Confirmed.
Flap setting?
Flaps is config 3.
V1?
125.
VR?
128.
V2?
132.
Flex tim?
No flex, toe gap.
ATC?
2601 is our squawk as per our clearance is on, so we are good. Yep.
ECAM memo?
Takeoff, no blue. Hey, cabin crew, take your seat for departure short taxi.
Taxi 35 Alpha Tower 118.3 at the Holland Point and caution traffic incoming to the aircraft target forward.
Cargo looks one at Mike, heavy request pushback. One to Cargo looks one at Mike, but our Microsoft simulator just crashed, so we will call back.
And Tower JeeHell stand 10 ready for taxi. And that was ground, not tower, my bad.
110 requesting IFR.
Aeroflot 521 still waiting for the clearance, please. Aeroflot stand 1-2.
Yeah, we want to go join the Congo line. There's already 5 aircraft. And it's relatively clear if we can get out right now.
Clear to Kita, squawk 2603, runway 35, Echo Juliet Alpha 2 Foxtrot, initial climb 17,000, Aeroflot 521, and we are ready for startup. Roger.
And ground JeeHell ready to taxi, stand 10. Probably stepped on somebody while fighting for the frequency.
Qantas 10 requesting IFR, ground.
Ground, hello, French Bucket from Michael requesting clearance to Kyoto, permission Charlie.
take taxi to holding point 5 Alpha at holding point tower 1.9.3. Goodbye.
Taxi, hold point by Alpha and then goodbye.
JeeHell ready for taxi.
Okay, taxi to holding point runway 35 at holding point tower 1.9.3.
Taxi to holding point runway 35 via Alpha at holding point call tower on 118.3. Thank you, JeeHell. Alright. Oh no, we have Qantas 25 in front of us. Alright, see what we can do. Let's get rolling. Certainly moving. So, well done, Qantas. Clear on the right. Clear on the left. Let's do this. Vámonos.
Ground firm Baggage 0 for Mike requesting clearance information Charlie.
It's kind of annoying when everybody's louder than the controller, because the person who talks the most on the frequency is the controller. Alright, still clear. I'm gonna race Avianca.
Constant is French Baggage 0 for Mike.
Still clear on the right. Alright, Cargo Lux. And here we are. Alright, do we have TCAS? Okay, do we see anyone? It's pretty clear. Okay. But they're landing. It's above. Oh, transponder is off. Did you turn off for transponder?
Sorry, I was following the...
Still don't see anyone.
Cleared the flight time routes. Flight level 1000 on the fastest, walking to 62, minus 10, medical consult.
Alright, let's do the before takeoff checklist below the line.
Ground, it's Avianca 8373.
Cabin crew?
Advised?
Engine mode selector?
Normal?
Tax?
On. Before takeoff checklist down to the line. Completed, thank you. Alright, looks like we're number 6 for departure. Can't quite figure out
Key to initial altitude 17,000.
how the incoming traffic looks like. Seems like there is a break, maybe. Don't know if there's room for 6 aircraft, but...
Okay, 10,000 for Avianca 8373. We already posted.
Got that right. Ryanair 5 Tango Hotel, wind 170 at 4, runway 35 clear cut.
Then take on 35 Ryanair 5 Tango Hotel.
Beaver 25 Charlie Heavy.
Go ahead.
25 Charlie Heavy, good morning. Behind the departing Ryanair 737, line up for weight 35.
Line up for weight 35 behind the departing Ryanair.
And our JeeHell is in sequence on Alpha.
Hello there.
Hello to you as well. Ryanair. They're everywhere. That should be their slogan. Sorry guys, it's early. Okay, so there's Speedbird British Airways line up. Big 747. There's one in front of us. Can't really tell how many aircrafts are in front of him. He's so big. And I have to judge by his position compared to the threshold.
I think this is the first flight I've been on where we see daylight. We're taking off.
We should have daylight for the entire flight, so enjoy it while it lasts. As you can tell, I mean, we're sitting on top of a plateau here. I mean, everything else is lower. So it makes for an interesting approach because your visual reference are kind of
behind the departing heavy 747
different.
line up with B high.
Behind the departing 747, line up behind, chance 1 for Romeo.
Okay, there's an aircraft 10 miles out coming in. Okay, some echo on the radar. So we'll be taking up for runway 35. I'll put terrain on my side. You have weather. I think it's showing some returns.
Seabird 25 Charlie Heavy departures 19.0.
Yeah, there you go.
19-0, bye-bye.
Some weather, but that's to the southeast of the field. We're going to be taking off north, so we'll see. See the incoming traffic. And takeoff is standard, just a shorter, relatively short runway, justifying flaps 3 and toga. Also we're a little bit in altitude, you can see almost 4,000 feet. But besides that, it's all normal. And out of runway 35, we're gonna be flying the Barranca Bermeja 2 Foxtrot departure. Always wanted to say that. Everybody else call it the Echo Juliet Alpha 2 Foxtrot. Probably butchered the name, but hey. I tried. Alright. You know what, why don't you put terrain on your side? I don't think people have seen terrain. So let's do that. So you can see the high terrain with the terrain on ND.
Oh, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
You have Vizix joining us.
All right. Thanks for your offer. I think I'll take you up on it, but full disclosure, tonight's flight, we've only one flight. I haven't totally planned it, but I think it's 5.5 hours, so 330 minutes. So if you want to come and leave, if you want to come later,
then we'll get
Everything works for me. But I'd love to have you back in the cockpit.
Tower Hello, November
And thanks for
2160,
joining, obviously.
Approaching runway 35.
Challenger 316 Kilo. Good morning. You give, actually, 316 Kilo, 170 at 4 runway 35.
Continue
Yes,
July.
it is a long one. He said it's a long one. LOL.
Oh, you better brush up on your ETOPS. On a previous flight we had the ETOPS lecture that was much longer than the 8 minutes we spent in ETOPS, but here it's totally different. We'll be ETOPS for several hours. Plus there is a little twist flying into Eastern Island, but you'll have to join us for the next flight to catch that. Alright, so we have landing traffic.
Can you see the statues?
That's
I
a
heard
good
that they were
question.
damaged. I wonder if they
Oh boy.
that's been reflected in flight sim.
I do not know. We'll have to hop off the plane, take a
Take a
jeep,
stroll.
and yeah, absolutely. Come on, guys! Barranca Bermeja is waiting for us. And we can't even see. Do you see the incoming traffic?
Indent
United
people.
102, do you have that
Hey,
landing
hey,
challenge?
hey.
No, here's some.
Hey, there we go.
United 102 behind the landing, private jet clear to lap away.
So there's another guy coming, several. Alright, so he's gonna line. Woo! Oh, submarine!
Good morning, Sarah.
Buenos dias!
Before you came on, I was just noting that this is, I think, the first time I've taken off in the WorldFlight 2022. We've had a lot of night flights.
Come on, wasn't it told to line up and wait? Is that United? Alright, Susan, we need your connections at United to provide feedback, constructive feedback to that guy.
Roger, 316.
Alright, well, she passed the message to the overmonger.
Peacemongers.
Well, thanks for joining, everyone. I appreciate it. Don't hesitate to give us a like if you want to be notified of future streams. Just click that notify bell.
Anything's okay, so we contact approach 119 and follow the visa approach and to access KLC.
Affirmative.
Thompson? Is that the Thompson there?
United 102 is going to be just a couple
Two?
of minutes until we get that aircraft a little bit more of a leadway.
Somebody's going on the mist?
Flashbacks of sitting on 183 heading to work.
Yeah, I think this Congo line is slower. In some place we got the, you know, the expressway, the toll. Just say the magic word, priority,
Text tag.
priority
Or put
aircraft.
text tag on our windshields.
Nah. For that matter, no windshield. It's nice because we don't have to clean it. So. All these bugs that Captain Romeo and Captain Pero are catching. So did somebody go missed, or did I make it up?
Hello, Airbus 001 checking in.
Sarah said she'll let her know.
Muchas gracias.
You as well?
AFAB.
Roger that.
Tower John 14 second.
How can that aircraft be below us? Is that what I see? Do I see what I see? TCAS seems a little confused.
United 102, awesome job over to the departures, 19.0.
I do not know what this TCAS is. I mean, it seems like there's an aircraft on final, one turning final. One turning final is 3,000 above the field, so makes sense. I don't know if the other one landed in the field there and is just climbing his way to the runway.
71 heavy, winds 170 at 4, runway 35 clear left.
Runway 35 clear to land, John 14 71.
TCAS is confused. Let me know if you see an aircraft. Alright, and when I call takeoff, I'll press my chrono.
Thanks.
Then if you can do the same on your side. Oh boy. There's still 3 aircrafts in front of us, but 7 behind us, so...
Couple 107, good morning, critic approach, winds 1704.
You think it's in the cockpit that the euphemism. Engine 1 fire test is, it's too far away for me to reach. Captain
that's this guy. Oh, is that Giant 1741? Or always forget his call sign. So what was our estimated departure time? Off block was 1340. Our off block time was 1338. One of the rare time
Taxi simulator.
Oh yeah. No, this is I know. No, takeoff was 1350, so that was 13 minutes ago. Well done, Captain Tango, putting everybody late again. That's why we're streaming. We have a tape that proves that, hey, wasn't me. Alright. That guy, we only see barely his landing lights.
Yeah, John 14.
Okay, now I see it. I guess I was seeing another one.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's one further, maybe. Yeah, now there's a big sequence of incoming aircraft. Trying to...
Couple 107, clear to land 35.
If that's his landing clearance, that was late. Bloop.
He went right. Did you see?
Yes, yes.
Is that a bug?
It can be a couple of things. It's partially how often the position are sent, and so when you come, he's stable on the ILS 3 degree down. So in between position, the software interpolates, so it keeps going 3 degree down until we get the information that he level up of flared. That's one. The other one is I have a scenery for this airport. It might be at a slightly different altitude. So that ultimately get fixed once they're in the ground. They get moved to all ground level.
Yeah, I saw
but
it
if
come
it's
up.
so it could be either above and then they come down, or alright, let's... Oh no, that's too close, right? There's another one coming in. Okay, well, this guy will go.
Established ILS runway 35 with Yankee.
On I-35.
With the Whiskey Fox today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's 6 miles out, so it's plenty of time to launch this one.
Continue approach through when departure in.
Alright. I wonder if the plane in front of us is Speedbird 47 Charlie.
They've taken off 3
Okay, Thompson Jet. Charter flight. Mm-hmm. It's a Dutch company or British company? Mostly charter flight. Alright, so who else is out there? There's this landing. You got told 1 departure ahead.
Are these yellow things over here?
These are the
lights
PAPI lights,
that you would
correct.
see when you're landing?
Yes, yes, yes. They're either red or white. And if you are on the proper glide path, you would see 2 red, 2 white. If you're too low, it's 4 red. If you're too high, it's 4 white. So 4 white, 2 high, 4 red, you're dead. That's all you remember. Although it's pretty obvious if it's red, that, you know.
Yellow, let it mellow if it's brown.
Oh, come on, come on. Yes, I guess it's like that. There's a lot of acronyms.
Red and yellow, Killebeller, snakes.
Alright, here comes the next submarine. Yeah, he might have well, bounced. It's okay. We're not here to judge landing, but we do it all the time anyway. Okay, at least they can interlock 1 departure, 1 arrival. I like that.
Good morning, Susan. Yes, it is beautiful.
Welcome.
First daylight flights.
Welcome to Palo Negro, Colombia. They told me it's wheat and flour in the back, but I had a doubt. So we left it behind actually. We prioritized passenger with 128 passenger, no cargo. So just their luggage. Alright, so let's make sure we'll be ready for immediate departure when we get on the runway, in case there is another incoming aircraft. Obviously, priority to the Queen.
Question 10 heavy, over the departure on 12846. All departing aircraft, your attention please. New departure frequency 12846. Once again, all departing aircraft, new departure frequency 12846.
It's good that he's making a call because I had the old one already tuned in. 128.6. Oh, we're gonna go to center. I wonder if approach went offline.
Yesterday we had hot, crispy
That was nice.
snack, and so this morning we had leftovers.
Yeah.
heat them up in the air fryer for 30 seconds and nice and gooey.
Yeah, we kept the cockpit clean, as far as I can tell. Not too sticky from the sugar coating.
Do they have Krispy Kreme in Fort Wayne, Indiana?
We'll bring some. Alright. Here's the next one. Bloops!
Oh, so you guys can't see it because it was on the side screen.
Well, it's better that
But
way.
the plane, when it lands on the runway, it went under the ground.
So they probably have
Back up.
default scenery that is a little lower. We saw the previous one landed on quote-unquote our runway. So.
Another plane that is like a bucking bronco, which is parked.
We've seen that guy a couple times. But sometimes he's like nose gear collapsed and sometimes he's nose up. It's really weird.
Join Alpha over ground point 9. Go host your
And then because we're in a simulated world, when things get crowded, planes can fly through each other.
Well, we try not to fly through each other, but we taxi through each other. I mean, it tickles a little bit, but besides that, not a problem. Alright, who's next?
For the parking spots.
Yeah. I mean, I had to park a couple of times next to those 747, and they were clearly not on stands that are designed for such a large wingspan.
Get to work. We'll see you tonight.
Alright, who wants to look at the Congo line? Oh, cargo lux. A little too close for comfort, my friend. I'll give him some room. I didn't want to sniff the fumes of the 747 APU in front of us. Oh boy. And then you can see on the side how lower the terrain is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really... it's gonna be hard to do here, but... Come on, cargo lux! I need my personal space. That's true. These are 747. Why no? Well, it's not the size of the plane, it's the flight on the plane that matters.
Oh, Susan or Sarah said they have voodoo donuts.
Oh, yeah, those are good. But that's high-end. Yeah, that's high-end donuts. It's like $5 a donut. Yeah.
Oh, in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Oh, that guy took forever to vacate. It is Speedbird 47 Charlie. Brilliant. We send the 47 Charlie on a go around in Tromsø, if I remember correctly. That was many moons ago. And he's gonna use full runway. Get that monster, the beast, out of here. Alright. We're gonna be nimble. Alright, let's go back to the webcam. He has a little bit of a nose high attitude already. Alright, we're all good to go. Can I tune that down a little bit?
Yes.
Thank you.
Ebert 47 Charlie Henry, winds 190 at 5, quick takeoff runway 35.
Quick takeoff 35, so we went 47 Charlie.
Alright, it's rolling.
Takeoff and landings are the most exciting.
True.
Well, they are unless you're waiting for an hour.
And it's not I-35, it's runway 35.
Yeah, good weather, we can
Alright,
see.
I need to listen.
Okay.
Ebert 47 Charlie airborne passing 4,900.
47 Charlie Heavy, departures 1286.
286, thanks very much.
We're new to streaming, so we're
Gel for 4 lap runway 35.
in flight.
Line up runway 35, GL44.
Things
Alright.
a little bit more exciting when we're in cruise.
Oh, brake failure! No, no, no! And that little fence? I don't think so. And to our question from GL44, do we need to switch automatically to departure or make a call before we do that?
I'll switch over once you're airborne.
Sounds like a plan, GL44.
Gel for 4, winds 190 at 5, clear for takeoff 35.
Clear for takeoff, runway 35, GL44. Alright. Takeoff. Man, Toga, SRS, runway. Auto thrust blue. Checked.
B1. Rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up. There we go.
Bird,
And once again,
4-2 India, continue approach, runway 35. Delta 4 departures 28.6.
over to departure 12 at 0.6 GL4.
Zero and left heading 160 degrees,
For Charlie Juliet, for sequencing to left heading 160 degrees.
Left 160 for Charlie
Flaps
Juliet.
1.
Actually, heading 170 degrees.
Flaps 1.
170 for Charlie Juliet.
Flaps 1.
Como 308 está ya autorizado vía la llegada, puede descender vía la aproximación ya.
And departure GL44 passing 6200 on the Barak Camber Mahia 2 Foxtrot departure. Flaps up.
For Bogota, hello identified. Climb altitude 13,000 feet.
Climb altitude 13,000 GL44.
Avianca 34, you're cleared. Direct waypoint Seagox, Sierra India Golf Oscar X-ray.
Right now.
Alright, let's do the after takeoff checklist. Up.
Ups.
Retracted.
Ups.
On. After takeoff checklist down to the line completed.
Center of Wednesday, yes, Avianca 99 instead of lead by level 360 inbound Julia.
Avianca 99 is delivery Bogota, hello. Scope 1215.
Scope 1215, Avianca 99
JeeHell 44, what is your final level?
Flight level 350 for GL44.
Roger, I need you on an even level. Can you take 34 or 360?
360 works for us. Apologies for that.
Would you expect that? Breaks to the 47 Charlie, climb level 380.
On now, flight level 380, speed of 47 Charlie.
Now to the 1120, contact Guayaquil 128.3, go back.
128.3 for United 1120. Bye bye, sir.
Number 4 Charlie Juliet, turn right heading 200 degrees.
Right, 200 for Charlie Juliet.
Egypt 975, turn right heading 270 degrees.
Autopilot on.
0 degrees, Egypt 997.
Thank you.
Right, 100 Tango, Bogota, report your match number.
I think he cleared us, so we are free of restriction. Let's make sure there's no traffic.
Como 308, pista 02 autorizados a aterrizar, viento Cali, variable en 3 nudos.
So there's altitude restriction on the departure, but I'm pretty sure he cleared us. So missed that. Okay, we can go back to weather radar. So, there you go. Yeah.
Clear direct Boca and split 5 north.
Clipper 411, descent altitude 7,000 feet.
Okay, 10,000 feet. Yeah, we're gonna put the lights up. Look at this lake down there.
So we can pull this altitude 8,000 feet. JeeHell 44, climb level 36. Transport level 340 for traffic, I'll pull you back.
Climbing flight level 340 GL44.
Welcome back.
Alright, so we passed 10,000 feet, so we can accelerate past the speed limit of 250 knots.
Altitud 10,000 pies y cuando listo
10,000 pies.
Vectores con la aproximación de 100 km/h. A la derecha rumbo 8-0.
Oh, Susan joined for the right stream here.
She did. Sarah said she hasn't had the voodoo donuts yet. They're high in chocolate. Not sure how
Kita
they stack up
975 to
with
left
Belgian
right
chocolate.
Bocan. Contact
Bye, Bar.
Guayaquil Central 128.3. Bye bye.
Pun intended.
Left heading direct to Bocan and center 123.3 confirm.
128.3.
128.3.
Hello, 4 Charlie Juliet direct Bocan.
Direct Bocan for Charlie Juliet.
You so
Yeah.
you can see down.
And Canada 638 when ready descent flight level 300 level by Hensel.
We have 3 spots.
When ready, descend 300 level by Hensel.
Yeah, it's hard to get a good feel for the altitude of the.
Yeah, 44 direct Bocan.
Direct Bocan GL44. That's our last waypoint. Alright, what's the temperature? 22. We're entering visible moisture, but we're good.
Jet 443 direct Bocan.
Jet Bocan, Jet 443.
Oh, he has 443 in his call sign. That's.
Hello, 4 Charlie Juliet contact Guayaquil 128.
Well, 44 is usually my cue for GL44, so. Yeah, especially he gave me an instruction just before, so I was like, okay.
Class 100 report your maximum time. Class 100 for sequencing 18 Mach decimal 790 or greater. Jet 443 for traffic stop climb flight level 340 for you.
And everybody else is on the road, so we're getting a little bit of a shortcut here. Alright, we're gonna do a little bit of bookkeeping here. Everything looks good.
Adianta 34 when ready, descent altitude 14, 14,000 feet, with a QNH 1019.
We'll crunch our fuel numbers. So we left with 9.8 tons of fuel, which I had to double check 3 times because I was like less than 10 tons, but this is a short flight, so even with the 90 minutes hold. And the incoming aircraft had 6220 kilogram left.
Back in the day, did they have like big giant calculators in cockpit?
Oh yeah, they called the old EFB. They had yes.
Did the Boeing
Hold on,
put it
I need to
in
complete this first.
Whereas today, he's just
Okay, so we got 3 tons of fuel, which is roughly, let's say, 3,900 liters. Fuel, extra fuel 32.
Avian 150 Bogotá, muy buenas. Contacto radar a tienda altitud de 3 metros. Liverpool 1 thanks, contact the tower now 118.3. Copa 308 viene la derecha rumbo los 10 que tiene altitud 9010. Copa 308 viene a la derecha rumbo los 8 que tiene altitud 7000 pies.
Recipe sounded really good.
Roger, 443, no path with the traffic compatible 360.
Flight level 360, subject 443.
JeeHell 44, compatible 360.
Up to flight level 360, JeeHell 44.
Avianca 150, compatible 360. Canada 628, contact Bogota contact Guayaquil 128.31.
28.3 Air Canada 638.
Alright, in the interest of time, I had skipped on the ground entering all the fuel information. Some of it has to be entered in weight, kilogram, which is all the indication we see in the plane. But when it comes to the tanker and what they fill, they typically measure in volume, metered gallons or liters. Alright, we passed QNH a long time ago and we've been clear, standard. Alright, and so after takeoff checklist below the line, we got standard 3 times, so completed.
I don't need to say bear with.
Yeah, well, we should have... let's make a note of the transition level on our way down. Kind of lost track of that. It's it's similar. It's the same as in the US. So flight level 180. So we're 2 off. All right. So let's look at our schedule here. So wheel off was 14:20, so great, once again 30 minutes late. Well done, Team Texas. That's what I want to see. So we're right now 15:53. Okay, 15:43. So in an hour.
I'm calling the other one. Qantas 10, Qantas 10 direct Echo Julie Alpha.
So that would be down to 25 minutes. So we would shave 5 minutes. Let me see when the next flight is.
Yes, 20, when ready, descend flight level 270 on conversion speed to 280 knots.
Ready down flight level 270.
So we're headed for Quito, and our next flight is supposed to depart at 16:20. Okay, that, I mean, it would give him 30 minutes, but instead of the 40 minutes we try to keep in between flights.
Cargo looks like he's trying to sniff your butt.
Come on. Hey, you have moderator power, so you can put her in. Oh, she didn't post it? Okay.
And she says she's got to get to her desk. Safe flying, Captain Tango, co-pilot. Thank you.
Alright, wonderful. So we are on our way. Let's look quickly at our diversion airport along the way. I think there's only one. Correct, and that Sierra Kilo Papa. So we'll put that in here real quick. So yeah, you can see it. By default, it's our departure arrival. Sierra Kilo Papa would be our possible en route diversion. So for now, we would consider going back. It's not the easiest airport to go back to in case of emergency, but let's put our departure airport as a return for now. But in 80 miles or so, we'll switch that. And you can see the ETP. Yep. Right on the 80 mark.
Para el LS detienda en 6 minutos. 1 Charlie Bravo, direct Enso, when ready, descend level 300, level 5 Enso.
Alright, so we got direct or last waypoint, which is Bokan. We are 366 miles away. Little bit of a tailwind, not much, 5 knots. Quite different from the hauling winds we had out of Gander down to Bermuda. So that will bring us there at 15:24, which is a good 45 minutes from now. So we have a little bit of time. And my First Officer Crafty, was asking me about hey, they had no cell phone to use their calculator prior, and indeed they had dedicated calculator. It wasn't even a general purpose calculator, it was a EFB, and before that it was even like a mechanical device, clever way to measure a lot of things. And so not back to the abacus quite. I mean, we have our fingers, so that's the backup, that's the redundancy, but no, and nowadays, I mean, the biggest, the Airbus was designed in the 70s, 80s. It has been upgraded in terms of screen technology and some other things, but fundamentally it's still very much the same aircraft. We're flying the Airbus A320 CEO, so the current engine option. Now, aircraft A320 coming off the line and are the A320 Neo, which is the new engine option. So that's the major change among others, but it's more fuel efficient engines, so that's obviously a big factor. But looking more at the cockpit, everyone is now familiar with GPS, right? In your car, cell phone, all that, and a watch. These planes were totally capable of covering 1,000 miles of track miles prior to GPS, and what they used is called an inertial reference system, originally kind of based on the gyroscopic effect. Now they are more sophisticated and use lasers, measure the time it takes between the source and the receptor, and if the aircraft move, you can detect those movements, and by you keep summing them, you at all time have a position. It's not perfect, it will drift, but it was clearly sufficient for navigation. Nowadays, we have a combination of 3 of those, 3 IRS that we control from here. Inertial Reference System, IRS, not the Internal Revenue Service. Nothing to do with that. And you can see here at all time we can select one of the 3. They report a position, north and west. In this case, you can see they can derive the wind, which is also displayed. So 53.8 or 9 now, or heading, and then our track and our speed. So all this information is available. You don't typically use this except when you start. Yeah, so AD in ADIRS is the attitude, the air data, sorry, the air data, and then the IRS is the inertial reference. So the inertial reference system is purely based on those, laser-based gyroscopes. The air data is based on sensors on the aircraft that can measure air temperature, air pressure in a pitot tube, things like that. And it's more related to your indicated speed. There's the basically barometer that get transformed into our altitude. And we're going to level off in 1,000 feet. We're still alt arm, open climb. Once we're there, we'll accelerate. Seems traffic is pretty clear in front of us. We'll use our Mach 0.81. Well, looks that, yes, pun intended. Yeah, it's always a challenge when start talking to stream. Yeah, I think we'll be transferred to Guayaquil Center, which is on 128.3, which I've already put because I heard it on the radio. But I'll write it down so that in case, things go south, I have a backup, good old pen and paper. So the next center, 128.3, too much whiskey. I mean, it might be, no. Yeah, it would be funny if M was not Mike but much, then it could be too much whiskey. But he might be in Australia, God knows what time it is there, so... Captain Romeo, I think, will pick up he has a short break during this flight. Took the plane from him, and we'll try to give it back to him in working order. Alright, let me do a little bit of frequency work. It's getting busy around Quito. So Quito approach is 121.2. Alright, let's crank it up. So I'll put that on your side. Trying to anticipate as much as we can. Staying ahead of the aircraft.
So how did you, when you were...
yes?
Considering, tell me your setup and
no, maybe finish the IRS versus GPS, right? I was talking about how aircraft for, many years flew trans-oceanic route based on their inertial reference system. Now, in this aircraft, in most aircraft, you have a combination of GPS and IRS. So here are our 3 IRS, which are each on nav. Yes, I believe so. And so you can monitor the same information we saw up there on the overhead. Position, track, heading, ground speed, wind. But once again, all this information is available somewhere else. Yeah. Or just the numbers. The heading is visual, ground speed is here, wind is here, through air speed, all that is there. So that's the RS, and you can cycle through them. So there's triple redundancy on those. And then we have two GPS systems, GPS 1, GPS 2, is giving us similar information. One difference that you may notice is that the GPS give us also altitude. Now if everything else fail, that is our best source of backup altitude. But that would be a bad day. And then these two pieces of information from the two different systems, 3 RS on one, 2 GPS on the other, get merged into one position, because they don't, contrary to what display here, they don't exactly give you the same position. And you can see the RS, the mixed position, and there's so far no drift. So one of the first thing we do, and people on the stream have not seen because we do that typically very early in getting in the cockpit, is giving the system the time to align. They actually use the Earth magnetic field as part of their alignment. Now with GPS, it's nice because yes, GPS takes a little time to align, but the plane knows where it landed, so unless it got moved, which a little bit, it could be tow and all that, but then the RS can use the GPS position as their initial position and quick. It's a faster alignment. Between flight, you depending on where you are, you might not have to do an alignment. If you're kind of up north and south, down south, or close to the equator, which we are, you might have to do a quick alignment just to make sure the system's correct for any drift. So that's clearly, GPS is our primary source, which is indicated on this page, right? We see our cruise, we see our optimal cruise and all that good stuff, but at the bottom you can see that the GPS are used as the primary source of navigation. And the accuracy required, we are in cruise, is 2 nautical miles. For approach and descent it would be 1 nautical mile, and then depending on the type of approach we do into a runway, we might need to go down to 0.3 or even lower. But right now you can see the actual is at 0.08, so well within the needed. And that's why display accuracy high. Anyway, that's probably the biggest evolution slash and it's not super recent, right? We all had GPS a while back. Anyway.
I don't know how many people out there watching, but if anybody ever has any questions about the cockpit, look up in the live chat. Sometimes when I should be doing other things, like laps on 2.
It's alright.
I know it is. So, when you were shopping for full-size flights, tell us how you found all the Germans who sold you the cockpit, got the seats.
Yes.
From the Spaniards.
Yeah, from the Spanish company.
So what was that shopping like?
Well, I think the first aspect was to decide. Hold on, somebody's not on the radio, and I hope it's not us. Okay, well, good. Well, the first big decision was which aircraft I wanted to model. Needless to say, that's kind of a big decision. Well, interestingly enough, and a few people already know that, but I've had many computers, starting with even mouse and keyboard, but quickly moving to at least rudder pedal and a yoke, which is the bare minimum I would recommend for anybody starting in the hobby. And then after that, added little by little, you know, throttles, extra screen, developed my own custom hardware to mimic a Cirrus SR22, so mostly flying G8. Then I got 737 MCP and EFIS, which is modeling the Boeing 737 but can easily be used with other Boeings, with the Q400, with any jet like the Phenom that I fly, and but
I have to say, as small as your other cockpit seems, this cockpit only flies the A320.
correct.
And I'm pointing behind us because that's where the cockpit is.
Yes, yes, it's in the closet. It's in the closet. Not that it's parked, but we removed the door and basically used every single square inch of the room. Yeah, I wanted to keep the old one so that I can do other type of flying. But I have to say, when I enter the room, decide to turn left or turn right, it seems that left is winning a lot of time because it's hard to resist.
That's the A320. Have you named your A320?
No, she doesn't. She doesn't have a name. Alright. Yeah. Cockpit, aircraft. So, but the anecdote I was bringing up is that despite my 20 plus years of flight simulation prior to investing in a cockpit, I had never purchased any Airbus aircraft, never flown the A320. It was, yes, that's right, a little bit what we did out of there. But there's a couple of factors that led me to picking up the A320. I mean, it is an Airbus, it's an European, I'm originally from Europe, so there was a little bit of a bias there. It is much more modern if you compare to probably the other commonly implemented aircraft, which is the Boeing 737, which kind of is a patchwork of things that were developed in the 50s. I think the overhead is much cleaner. Being a little bit of a geek and computer guy, having the ECAMs and the messages and the way the Airbus helps the pilot. I know sometimes people kind of snarkily mention that, well, it's the Airbus flying the pilot, not the pilot flying the Airbus, but from my experience developing software, user interface, user experience and things like that, you can tell that Airbus industry spent a lot of time interviewing pilots to see what they'd like. And I know it's a common joke, the comparison, the main difference really, I mean, yes, the style is different. The tray, we'll talk about the tray. And I have to say now, flying it and needing the charts and all that, it is just such a big advantage. I mean, I'm sorry, I mean, there's no... There's no... So yeah, so we have the full Airbus tray. So technically, for takeoff, I would have probably not. I don't know. We should go full cockpit then. No, we're not. So the tray on my side is fully functional, which we talk a lot about the tray, but actually there's another feature that Airbus added, which is basically you have footrest. So you can basically chill, lean back your seat, and yeah, the seat goes back. But it is tweaked for my favorite position. I mean, I've heard many pilots say we never use this. It's kind of goofy, but Airbus tried. But the major feature is indeed the tray that comes out, lock, and then unfold. And as I was mentioning yesterday, I kind of use it half folded for a little more room, and so the pen has a tendency to roll away from me, but there is a pen holder.
If you had it all the way.
Yeah, yeah. This is how we should do it. So I love the tray. I love the technology. I've always been interested in human-machine interface, so the way everything was designed. Is really interesting, at least to me. And then also practically, we talk a little bit about the difference between yoke or side stick. Most people building full-size Boeing 737 cockpit will implement the true mechanical linkage between the yokes, so that if one of the pilots move the yoke, the other yoke move accordingly. But that is tricky and requires some decent clearance above the ground or below the cockpit. You have to kind of raise the cockpit floor so that you can mechanically link. And that wasn't necessarily something I was interested in doing. So the side sticks are really easy because they're not linked, whatever that is, an advantage or disadvantage. The only control surface controls that are linked are the rudder and the brake. So if I move the rudder moves on your side. If I use the brakes use on your side. But that's much easier to implement mechanically. Just metal wire in a conduit. So overall, yeah, I picked the Airbus. I found a company. There's a couple of companies. It's interesting when you start looking for those. There is indeed a market. Probably not a big market, but there are several options. And for example, I found at least 5 or 6 companies offering seats. Ultimately, I was debating using either like a truck, seat.
Yeah, it seemed like it'd be comfortable.
Yes, yeah, it would for sure. I think these seats are relatively comfortable. They're kind of narrow to fit in the space so that everything is at your fingertips. But yeah, it's a flat seat, whereas most of the truck seats are bucket seat. They're wider, and then the big difference is that they don't have this wide armrest that is on the left for the captain, on the right for the first officer, so that you can rest your elbow and only use your wrist to move the side stick. And I mean, you can tell, yeah, exactly. And the armrest can be adjusted both in height and in pitch. And there's two little rollers that control that. And you have 2 scales, one alphanumerical, one numerical. So each and every Airbus pilot knows their preferred setting. I'm primarily flying left seat, so it stays on my... I'm H2, so Hotel 2. And so if I were to go in another cockpit, because obviously in the real world the crew change, get a different aircraft, first thing they do is to set these two to their preferred ergonomic position. So, and then these seats are electrical, which is also a difference. They're not mounted on rails.
That was a fun job, wasn't it?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yes. I mean, I talked about...
But real quick for people who don't know, we have a tile floor.
Correct.
There are things that had to be mounted.
Exactly. I was about to...
Captain Tango had to build
a wood floor so that I could anchor all the cockpit elements. The heaviest one, the monitors and the seats are the biggest one. They're used all the time. They're pretty heavy, and they move out and away. So left for the captain, right for the first officers. So there's a little bit of kind of overreach there. So yeah, they're securely bolted into 2 3-inch thick wood planks, so they are not going anywhere.
If anybody wants to see it, when Captain Tango started doing this, he did a website called Flight Path Simulation, and a bunch of pictures, and you can see the old cockpit, the room where it was, the room as well, because it was in a room that had a big window and a lot of light, and we just figured this other room was better. Less light.
All right.
Pictures of the cockpit came on crates, million little boxes. It is really a huge for a good several months.
Okay, as this time I'll work on our arrival
411 be back correct.
into Quito, Ecuador. I don't know if it is. You'll have to go flight plan here. 15:35, 35 minutes from now. Yeah.
So we're about 35
Yeah.
minutes out.
I need to focus. I don't know which way they're landing in Quito. Looks like they're landing to the north, which is what we had planned, runway 36. Okay. So we'll get the charts out.
United 102, when ready, descend flight level 270 to be level by both cam, and on conversion speed 280 knots. You're identified, you can now climb flight level 400.
It's a young person, yes. Okay, let me see if we can pick up the ATIS in Quito. Not sure if I have it published. No. Okay, we'll get the METAR. So Sierra Echo Quebec Mike is our destination. Or alternate just in case is Sierra Echo Mike Tango. We'll request the weather from our company. There you go, JeeHell up, send us the weather back. So we can look at our message and we can print it. Alright, in a future flight for sure. I'll change the cost index, we'll stay on point rate 1. Alright, Quito is reporting wind 240 at 3. 10k or greater visibility, cloud scattered 2300, broken 10,000, temperature 16, dew point 11, QNH 1029. Alright, well set up the QNH please to 1029er. Yes. Yes, to 1029er. This is our arrival QNH. Yes, correct, and then back to standard. Thank you. Alright. Let me get the charts into Quito. Is that for us? No. I mean, the controller is doing a great job.
Identified, climb flight level 360. Okay, cool. Come 338 hasta procede directo al loading, mantenga sobre el loading y avísame cuando esté listo. United 1, disregard, 104.3, when ready, descend flight level 270 to the level by boat count, 1 conversion to speed 280 knots.
270 by Vulcan, speed 280 in the conversion target.
Hotel Zulu Whiskey Bravo Tango 7, contact Kuala Gear 128 decimal 3 bye.
123 decimal 2 bye bye.
Echo 1011, 135 for takeoff, the wind 190 degrees 6 knots.
So we're 200 miles straight line to Quito. So Quito is an interesting airport as well. It's interesting because it's basically surrounded by mountains, pretty high terrain. The minimum safe altitude around the airport is 21,000 feet, and the airport is at 7,910 feet. It's a long runway, 13.4 feet, more than 4,000 meters. But due to the altitude and temperature sometimes, it's challenging for the aircraft performance because the air is much thinner, which gives you less lift, but also gives less oxygen to the engine. So oxygen is what they burn with the Jet A that we have. So kind of double whammy. You get hit by the lower density and then by the lower engine performance. So I'm trying to figure out. I think we're coming into the Quito VOR. We might have just an approach, no star, we'll see. Yeah, happy birthday, Michael.
No, I'm unable to talk down at this time due to voice loud. Then Mike Delta 2721 with 3550. 7857, push us out of cruise,
Okay.
Bravo 715 on the 35 on the
Yeah, I'm gonna be completely off the chat for the rest of the flight.
The Echo 1011 identified, proceed direct Echo Juliet Alpha, climb flight level 380.
It is French baguette.
Runway 35 after departure, flight level 55 altitude 8,000 feet, squawk 1315.
Clear to destination via Asia Foxtrot runway 25 in check time Delta 1 and scope 1315.
Going to be at 9:34, initial climb altitude 8,000.
8,000 feet, sorry.
Latina 6 en pieza utilizamos la pronunciación de Yankee desactivado. Follow on 715 on 25 fit takeoff with 190 degrees one. Mike double 272 identified, climb final with 360.
Flight 360, my destination.
Running 7857 taxi holding point 35 via Alpha. Papa 159 contact Bogota, direct to Guayaquil 13.3 bye-bye. Papa 159 contact Guayaquil 13.3 bye-bye. Station 1 Bogota, hello, set this walk. 120.
Alright, looks like should start our descent in 10 minutes. I think he's gonna make us descend probably a little sooner than that. And put my best guess at the approach. There are various ILS approaches into runway 36 in Quito. The main threat is terrain pretty much all around the airport, so I'll have terrain on my side. We'll keep weather on your side. Enter the approach. Settings, looks like we're pretty light today. Below 61 ton already. 66 ton is our maximum landing weight. So our approach is VAP is 135, so that should help. Take a look at the runway. So 13,445 feet. There are a couple of high-speed exit, Alpha 2, Alpha 3. Try to make one of those. If not, we can roll all the way to the end. But due to the congested traffic, anything we can do to get off the runway as soon as possible would help either the landing aircraft behind us or most likely a departing aircraft. Alright.
Behind the departing traffic, line up and wait for runway 35 behind.
Alright, so I should review the missed approach procedure. which would be climb direct across Q and V. So for now I'll put Quito hard-coded in the red nav.
Thank you. What line can we get at Mike?
So with Quito and the first VOR, so it's 127 miles for Quito. This is where the ILS approach starts. There's a complete downwind, base turn, base-ish. It's not your traditional 90 degree, the DME arc. And then you join the ILS on a 30 degree intercept, so that's pretty standard. So climb direct then to cross the Q and V, so we'll put Q and V in our second VOR. At above 10.6, then turn left climbing back to Quito, holding at 18. Alright.
No, negative, not holding it this way. Get a 47 Charlie 1, please. Negative, this is up. JeeHell 44, when ready, descend flight level 270 to be leveled by boat.
ILS, this is Jeff. ILS boring. Circle to land.
When ready, descend flight level 270, and can you repeat the rest of the instruction?
On conversion speed, 280.
On conversion speed 280 knots for JeeHell 44.
Like complex 19 Juliet, when ready, descend flight level 270, on conversion speed 280 knots.
Alright, we're showing 5 minutes from our top of the sand, so he cleared us when ready to 270. And then on conversion, currently we're on a max speed. I'm gonna slow down before the descent to our usual Mach 0.77. Then when we reach conversion, go back to IS. We'll do 280. Let me see what's in the box. Performance. Yeah. 286.
Jet 360 Bogota, cleared to Quito, Echo Juliet Alpha 2 Fox for departure. Make climb altitude 8,000 feet for 1371. Jet 360 redirect right, French Brigade 2 to Whiskey Fox with identify, direct Echo Juliet Alpha, climb level 360.
Climb level 360, direct Echo Juliet Alpha, French Brigade 2 Whiskey Fox.
FS1, report your Mach number. Station calling in Bogota, unable to talk down at Bogota, monitor Unicom, want to desolate, the air. Call you back, Foxtrot Papa Yankee 7 runway 35, clear for takeoff. Papa Hotel Golf Oscar Victor runway 35, final point, behind the Papa Yankee. JeeHell 4 contact to Guayaquil 128.3, bye bye.
Over to Guayaquil 128.3, bye bye, JeeHell 44.
Approach 112, Group 1 have effective on.
Guayaquil, hello, JeeHell 44 passing flight level 281 for flight level 270 inbound Bocan. Down to flight level 250, JeeHell 44.
Reverse 19 Juliet, Guayaquil, descent flight level 250. Gear 44, you continue descent flight level 230.
Down to flight level 230, JeeHell 44. Alright, so we're picking up a little rain. Left and right, of course. It seems like where we're going might be fine. We'll go through clouds. Temperature's +3, so we'll probably have to put engine NTI soon. And we're 55 nautical miles from the Quito VOR. See here, and this is our missed approach.
Sorry, you indicated airspeed.
280 indicated, JeeHell 44.
GF44, roger, 280 knots.
We'll maintain 280 knots or greater for JeeHell 44. Seems like he would want a little more, but we'll see. Alright, vertical spin minus
last station calling for
1000,
ground
flight
or
level
flying?
230 blue. 500 feet to go.
Subject 1 Victor Bravo ground.
Actually, there is a crowd in front of us, so...
JeeHell contact. JeeHell contact. Quito approach 1212.
Over to approach 1212 JeeHell. Quito approach JeeHell, flight level 230 inbound RNOC.
JeeHell 44, Quito approach, information is Delta, reduce speed at 250 knots.
We'll get information Delta and reducing speed to 250 knot JeeHell.
United 102, contact tower 118.35 there.
I'll try to get the ITIS.
JeeHell 440, send to flight level 190.
Down to flight level 190 for JeeHell. Hold that on 1500. Are we slow down? Not quite yet.
JeeHell 44, flight heading 250.
Flighting 250 JeeHell.
Hotel Tango 7, speed 180.
180 Hotel Tango 7.
Cover 159, descent to 18,000 feet, QNH 1029, sorry 1028.
Descend 18,000 feet, QNH 1028, copper 159.
Challenge 1 Papa Romeo, left turn direct Quito.
Left direct Quito, John Papa Romeo.
Yeah, I mean there's an 80s frequency, but I don't see any 80s. Well, we got the meteor, so it's the best we can do.
Charlie, you're cleared for the ILS Zulu, descend via the procedure.
Clear for the ILS Zulu, descend by the procedure. Charlie.
JeeHell 44, descent to 18,000, QNH 1028, and direct Quito VR.
Direct Quito VR descent 18,000 on a QNH 1028, confirm altitude JeeHell
18,000, that's correct.
Alright, 18,000.
Conjet 443, contact Quito final 119.725.
19725, Conjet 443, bye bye.
Hotel Tango 7, contact Quito final 119.725.
19725, take care.
Equestrian 10, reduced to 180 knots.
180 knots.
And this one. Products 19 Juliet, hello, I'm heading 250 and reduced to 250 knots, information is Delta.
Departure, good day, United 20 is climbing 10,000 for 17,000.
Oh, United is already leaving.
United 1120, Quito approach, thank you, climb flight level 100, correction, climb up 190, sorry.
Far ahead of us.
Up to,
Well, the
190,
airport,
United
the airplane that just departed, so...
Speed 180 knots and contact Quito final on 119.725.
They're departing to the next destination.
Fly question 10, contact Quito final 11972.
But they were with us
Hold
on
on.
Goodbye, and JeeHell 44, speed 220.
Speed down to 220 for JeeHell.
United 1120, after 18,000,
Yeah.
you can make a right turn to heading 130 degrees.
After 18,000, that's a right turn, 130 degrees, in Island 20.
That's all correct, 1120, climb now to level 350.
Up to
So there's 2 cloud layers. One above it, one below us.
159% by the procedure, reduced to 180 knots.
Not necessarily, but we...
Cover 159% via the procedure, reduced to 180 knots.
Descend by the procedure and reduce 180 knots for couple 159.
Approach African 993 inbound, Anok 200 and good up.
903, hello, turn left on 240. Expect ILS Zulu 36.
Speed 240, ILS approach 360.
That's correct, but the heading 240.
Heading 240, Yakan ILS.
Couple 159, contact Quito final 119725.
Final 119725. Copa 159, thank you, bye.
Challenge 1 Papa Romeo, speed 180 knots already, please. Descend
180 knots, John Papa Romeo.
Thank you, descend with the procedure and call Quito final 119725.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 aircraft on the procedure. You can see them. We'll see.
Cargo is 19 Juliet, descend to 18,000, QNH 1029.
The approach. Good morning, Avianca 1 and A. Climb initial level 17,000, departure PMO 3.
Just stand by United 1120. I misunderstood which departure route that you're on. So just continue on the assigned SID as you are.
Okay.
United 1120 here. We are on a heading of 130, or going to a heading of 130. Is that where you want us?
I was going to say you can continue on the procedure. So route direct Quebec, Mike 202.
Quebec Mike 202, United 20.
I mean, he's passing behind us,
so
should be okay, but he's climbing.
Avianca 198 Quito, thank you. Climb flight level 220.
220, Avianca 198.
And for your information, JeeHell got a TCAS.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that as well. I think you're going to turn just inside of him, so we'll probably handle that slightly differently. Quito, sorry, Carglass 19 Juliet, speed 220. JeeHell 44, descend by the procedure, contact Quito final 119.725.
Descend via the procedure and final on 119.725, JeeHell 44.
Correct.
Roger, over here.
Quito final, JeeHell 44 turning at Quito Vior.
JeeHell 44, good morning sir, radar contact, speed 200 knots, and continue approach your number 5 in sequence.
Continue approach, speed down to 200 knots, JeeHell 44.
Speedbird 47
You can
Charlie,
see
calling over
this
Quebec, Sierra Victor,
pretty high terrain to our right. So So we're gonna stay till
Helicopter 1 just
6
transfer, and we are now fully established the ILS.
TMA from Quito. Then we'll
Question
start
10,
descending.
year number 2, contact tower 118.350 and maintain 180 knots till 70
Right, let's put our light here based on the airport altitude.
JeeHell 44, start reducing speed 180 knots now.
Speed down to 180 knots, JeeHell 44. Flaps 1.
Did you say flaps 1?
Flaps 1, yes, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now beginning our approach. Kindly make sure that your hand baggage is again stowed safely and does not block an aisle or emergency exit. Laptops must be switched off when stowed in your hand baggage. You may keep lighter devices such as mobile phones or tablets in your hands. Please also make sure that your seatbelt is firmly fastened again.
So basically there's mountains that make like a big U and we have to land to the north. So if we turn within all the terrain. And cabin crew, take your seat for arrival, number 5 in sequence.
till 7, contact tower 118.350. Hello.
Let's go, well, we have a little more time. Temperature is still +6, so it's below +10, so we should keep the engine anti-ice on. And we've been cleared for the approach.
The final couple 100 are we cleared for the approach?
You are cleared by last controller.
You are cleared by the last controller. So we might get spurious terrain warning if it becomes annoying. I'll turn it off as long as we're visual. Okay, 19 miles. Quito, that's correct.
Cover 15 hours, speed 180 till 7 DME, contact tower 118.350.
180 until 7 DME, contact tower 118.350. 159, thanks so much.
Let's one, another Juliet, Quito.
Let's go flaps 2.
Flaps 2?
We check flaps 2.
Nara 03, muy buenas. Continue approach, runway 36, call you back shortly for the speed.
Approach 36, standing by to
Correct, 102 late closer, radar contact, speed
Okay, let's do the approach checklist real quick.
And continue approach, your number 4 in sequence.
Completed. Normal. Both on. Set 1028, 1028, 1028.
Reducing speed 180 knots now.
It's, oh, I thought I had said 8110, right? Or 8040, okay. Set? We'll do normal. Approach checklist completed.
Terrain ahead. Terrain
Alright,
ahead.
that's expected.
Terrain ahead. 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 Terrain ahead.
No,
Terrain
nice.
ahead. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
I mean, I don't want to completely shut it down because it might save your life later.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
Alright.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
Yes, terrain on the right. Mostly visual.
8, the direction till 70, continue approach, call you back shortly.
90 until 7, Charles Papa Corona.
Central on Papa Romeo, Tower 118, decimal 350, Charles.
Upright, you take
only
it
350
away,
till
move on
Papa
to
Corona.
this race. Thank you.
Okay, we're still visual. Keep my finger on it so I don't forget to put it back on.
Avianca 9903, speed 180 knots.
Terrain ahead. Oh, ha! Terrain ahead.
Alright, well. I'll see when we turn final on the localizer. It's terrain on the right, so we'll turn away from it. We're visual. Localizer, lock star. I hope it's not gonna turn too much. We have the field inside. Is the frequency quiet? Do you hear anything? Alright, lock and glide slope.
JeeHell 44, maintain, actually speed is yours, contact tower 118.350.
Speed is mine and tower on 118.35, JeeHell 44. Okay, let's go gear down.
Gear down.
And Keto Tower, JeeHell 44 fully established, ILS 36.
JeeHell 44, hello, continue approach number 2.
Continue approach, JeeHell 44.
Sky Blue 1, there'll be one more traffic to land, then you'll be departing.
Alright, flaps 3 please.
That's 3.
Okay, now the temperature is all good.
Terrain ahead. Oh, ha! Oh, ha!
Alright, one visual. Check. And flaps full. And landing checklist.
360 outside. Contact them now, 121.2.
Okay, 121.
Advised.
Auto test.
Speed. Landing no blue.
Thanks very much, contact ground 1219.
119, Charles Papa Romeo.
JeeHell 44, runway 36, clear to land, wind 2103.
Clear to land runway 36, JeeHell.
Sky Blue Radio 1 behind the landing A320 by Alpha, line up runway 36 behind. You have the 5 units area with me?
Yes, sir.
The 5 units area, hello, hold in
You
sequence.
see this big, almost canyon here? Once again, there's a lot of plateau and... Alright, 2 white, 2 red, autopilot off. It's fine, it's, yeah, I'm just warning you so that you know that the cricket sound is coming, it's not a alert. It's my command.
300. 200. Minimum.
Continue.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Ooh. Oh boy. Well, if we come back down... can you call... Well, they call a high-speed exit for a reason.
GeeHell contact ground 12.9.
Over to ground 121.9.
Public 1 runway 36 clear takeoff.
Alright, we can do the after landing flow.
On behalf of the captain,
the 5 units area, land point runway 36.
With us today. Once we have parked with our set, please take care when you open the overhead bins as items could fall out. Please also double check the seat pockets and overhead bins to make sure that you do not forget any personal items or valuables.
Progress 1, JeeHell, hello, continue approach.
After landing checklist.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Spoilers.
Disarmed.
APU.
Starting.
Radar.
Is off. Thank you. After landing checklist completed.
Sky Blue 1 contact approach 121.
Alright, if you can be my eyes a few times and put my head down.
Over 5 JeeHell Sierra, wind is 2103, runway 36, clear for takeoff.
36 clear for takeoff, by loser.
And ground JeeHell on Alpha.
JeeHell still with tower there.
We'll switch back to tower. JeeHell.
Correct, continue descent via the procedure, maintain 220 knots, your number 4 in sequence.
Number 4 in sequence, 220 knots, 9490.
Avianca 9903, maintain 170 till 8, DME, contact.
Thank you.
Average 3 departure, runway 36, initial departure 17,000 squad, Cockpit 1, and we are ready for pushes to La Chile 75.
Right out.
La Chile 5, correction 785, standby, route back is correct.
75.
Kilo ground JeeHell on Alpha.
Juliet Hotel Lima 44, continue at own discretion to the ramp.
On discretion to the ramp, JeeHell.
Station calling Quito ground, Ray 22, say again. Say your position.
Oh, yeah.
Giant 483, confirm. Giant 483 clear to La Paz via flight plan route. Climb initially 17,000 feet until 40.
He hasn't called ground yet, I haven't heard.
Runway 36, Buddhist 3, squawk 55,
So yes.
12. Giant 483, readback is correct. Report when ready for pushback.
Yeah, it's a busy place, but at least this time it's a big airport, so you can see all the...
Cargo looks,
So we're gonna take a ride here on a hotel.
Alpha Hotel Bravo, at own discretion to the gate. Land Chile 785, pushback approved, start up on Charlie, report ready to taxi. Copa 1089, hold position, traffic 1737 on Charlie, starting engines, stand by.
Affirmative, Copa 1.
And Rainer, let me know if you're in the frequency.
I'm on frequency, yes, I'm standing on Michael. As observed.
Oh, I see him. Should I park next to you guys? I was planning to go to stand... okay. Oh, you want me to your right?
Right of him.
Okay. Copy.
Echo Kilo Alpha 10, clear to manifest via parking route, 121,700 feet from 2405. Runway 30, Orita to Charlie, departure, squad
Yes.
513.
Oh, somebody pop out on 6? I think it's Micah. I think Rainer is gonna take this.
Rainer is inside me.
We'll have to move a little bit. He's hiding from me.
Look in my stream, you are now taxiing in me, perfect.
You tell me when to stop. You'll be my marshaller.
Okay, keep on moving.
I am 3 knots.
20 meters. 10 meters. Five meters. It's okay, so.
Alright, stopping here. Parking brake on. I can cut off engine.
Perfect.
Do you want to do the disconnect quickly here while we can?
Okay. Tell me when you disconnect.
Will do.
Cabin crew, all doors in park.
I am disconnected. That sim is yours.
And I'm connected.
Alright, wonderful.
And I'm connected.
Have a good flight. We'll continue our checklist here and talk to you soon. Cheers.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Alright. Yes, in a sec. Let's see. Side is all clean. All clear, external power. I'll put terrain back on.
Sarah said, wow, great flight, Captain Tango and co-pilot. Thanks, Sarah. I have a friend in Quito, so we'll get off to see them. For watching, Sarah. Hope you have a great day.
Alright, parking checklist.
APU bleed.
We're gonna be on ground now, not use no APU. They're both off. Both off. We've just nav as required.
Fuel pumps.
They're all off.
Parking brake
is on. Parking checklist completed. Alright, so I'll just finalize all the ACARS information for this flight, which is available here. We have our times: block off, wheel on, block on. Total flight time was an hour 27 minutes. We were scheduled for an hour 23 minutes, but that was not taking into account any procedures. So, and we got a shortcut, so that's in line. Journey log is all good on the fuel side. We didn't do an RNAV, no to land, and we are at stand 6. Alright, done. Let me just send them. Reiner, if you're still on frequency, I can give you fuel on board. Alright, he has 5.05 ton of fuel on board. There we go, posted. Cool. So deboarding our passenger, or are they still waiting for the bus?
Sarah's going to see her friend Nikita.
Yeah, I know. Okay, that's the view from the tower, that's cool. Alright. Well, folks, another WorldFlight in the book. This was leg 35 out of 45, so we're getting closer and closer. As a little check, we can actually, although we might have lost our location, yeah, I turned all the IRS and GPS off, so I was trying to get the distance to Sydney, but we're probably another 7,000 nautical miles, maybe a little less, to Sydney, so quite a bit of ground. We'll continue south in South America and then head west to cross the South Pacific. So we have a long flight ahead of us,
We'll be back in the
but
cockpit
we'll be here. So at this point we'll wrap it up, we'll turn it off. Thanks again for joining, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.